Hello, everybody. What's up? My name is Callie.
And I am Night.
And welcome back to
The Great Ace Eternity.
Because it goes on and on, my friends.
Oh, that was the best way to annoy my mother as a child. Anyway. That and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for some reason, but usually that song. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that.
I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be.
We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door.
Put a better shirt on, bruh.
Yeah, he needs to check his sizes. But then again, knowing how things work, it was probably just like either chunk in the wash or your manager fucked up your clothing size and you were forced to wear it because they're not doing another order for a few months.
It's the same guy that smacked him with the iron.
I'm just saying. From experience. Oh, that's too small. Well, you're going to have to wear it because we don't have any more. And that's mandatory.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah. And it's like, well, you could have asked me my size before ordering. Thank you.
He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it.
You have no eyebrows.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is it?
Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go?
Oh, yes. He's completely disappeared.
When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind. Not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. And yet people are still letting you walk around.
Jeez. Ah, a trap for catching mice.
Yeah, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Oh my god, this is what your dad's been after.
My dad is a rat. Anyway.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they wouldn't have cheese in Japan now. As much as they're known for the Wagyu beef. You know, it wasn't...
Cheese is an opioid.
You can't eat it now, Edison. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But... suppose you're right, I'll have to wait till we get to Britain.
Well, actually, there is a way to disarm it, but we won't get into that.
With a stick.
No,
That's the best stick you've ever sticked.
no, that's how you disarm a bear trap. Made by a man with the last name Bear who intended it to use it on trespassers, not animals.
So when horror movie killers use it for sexy teenagers, they're actually using it for the intended purpose.
Yes. Also, I believe it was a Canadian invention. Or at least where Canada sits. I don't know if Canada was Canada yet. You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kasuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
Well, at least she doesn't seem to think that we're, evil. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin, it's Kazuma sent us.
Sorry?
Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? Small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. It's not like it transports me to another dimension. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues.
Yes, we should probably find him and ask. We've already checked.
Mm-hmm.
Right where I landed.
Nice crotch. Really wish we'd have a chance to look around Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why are you looking like that? You want something? No, just wanted to know where your eyebrows are, bruh. Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? No, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understood? Understood.
Lobster.
Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face.
One of the many foods that used to be for the poor, but now is claimed by the rich. I don't think you'll ever forget your face now, Huddleston. Caviar also is originally for the poor. There's a lot of them like that. This way. That door leads to the second-class area.
It's locked. Can't open it.
No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape.
Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Even though she was nice and was going to get me a snack earlier.
Is that chip marked?
That book on top of the
we
table
can
there is
finally
really
look at it.
huge. There's a pen with it, too.
Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we? Oh,
Shall we have a little look through it?
we shall.
Must be really hard to hold it when you have to go like this.
Yeah, it's fine. The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been miraculously recorded.
Meticulously.
I will say what I want.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting.
Well, if the constant keeping log, it would make sense. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Yes, we've been over this because you mentioned how even if there's nothing to report, they would still write something.
Yeah. Mostly nothing to report.
Do we go back to our room then?
Yeah, we can't go there, so.
And then I was arrested. 9th January, SS Buria, first class, cabin, number 1.
Every time I read Boria,
Yeah?
I think of fucking Ron Stoppable.
Okay.
Booyah!
Oh, booyah. I just think of bruja, which is witch in
Bruja.
Spanish.
Okay, when you say Bruja, I just think of Finding Nemo.
I know.
It's a trail!
Looks like they're still investigating in here.
Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hasanaga is unscathed.
What do you mean, unscathed?
Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Nahara-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. As we just see him fly out the window. Getting
Well,
chucked overboard.
Not from this view.
Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. I guess we move again? Can't really do anything else. Really? Oh,
Yeah, I figured he was over here, and we just had to go.
he needs to wipe his face.
Oh,
Oh my god! I thought that was just his regular bloody mouth! Ah, you're back. Inspector!
What happened to you? Your face is...
Please, don't worry about it. There's nothing there to wipe off, dude.
Pain.
They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe.
What kind of bear? Do you
When
need
I
a
told
bear
the captain
trap?
that I'd given you
Wink, wink.
permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. Hey, I was right! What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Looks like he wasn't joking when he'd say his life on the line. If he had to.
Well, thanks to your effort, Al, we now know that a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
Oh?
I bumped into a man claiming to be the great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Sherlock Holmes. I don't think he was German, though.
Oh, Hairlock.
I'm not reading it that way.
I know, but it makes sense in the sentence.
That explains it. Oh, Hosonaga. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell what we've found so far. Yes, let's do it.
Is
Just
Ivy
let
like
me
the-
fix my glasses.
The cabin next door.
What? Nikolona Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know what that graceful angel? Oh, you're Waylon Smithers.
Hey, look, the butt's on the other side.
Oops, I think I upset him there.
I don't know what you mean by that anyway.
I'm ignoring you.
Okay.
Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. No, it doesn't. How do you figure? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? The angel of death?
Angels of Mercy?
Whoops, now I've definitely upset him.
Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful?
If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eye off the job.
Oh, I see.
Ah, here's one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what is it?
Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please.
What is the new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Boreas medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. He's not dead! Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. Don't look at me like that.
That's not even in this game. It's in the sequel, which is technically part of the 2-in-1 Switch collection, but
Which you have.
yes, but it's not in this one. Kazuma-sama, the dead one.
It's just a flesh wound.
Eh,
So what was the cause of death? I can't tell you. He's not dead.
damage to the cerebral vertebrae.
Ow.
Yep.
Cervical vertebrae, by the way.
Oh, yeah. His neck was broken?
Wow, this doctor is shit. Yes, it would seem so. There was no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. I didn't sneak any career on board, then what are you talking about? But if it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all... Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark.
Blunt objects still bruise.
Oh, I see.
All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left.
Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really, are you sure? You're not going to get the shit kicked out of you again, are you? Oh, it's fine. I trust you.
I think he has a kink.
I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? The post-mortem report has been added to the court record.
Oh, Mr. Holmes was here, was he?
Were you about to do the same thing?
No, my hand's itchy.
Okay, I was ready for you to pop your knuckles.
Oh.
No! Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything? At all? Actually, now that you mention it... Yes, just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish," was all he said. The purple stuff on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what he meant. 'Twas when he was over there by the pieces of broken glass. Do you see?
I was thinking that, not the purple. The purple's ink. Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think?
Ah, yes, that must be.
Okay, why is it so huge and underneath the piece, and then, one looks like something was dragged, the other one looks like it could have been a cuff mark from a shoe. Scuff mark.
Inconsistencies abound.
Well, he's been petting through his hat, too, so...
But how could Mr. Holmes know about it, that it's shoe polish?
He licked it.
That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is that, Sasuto-san?
Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red, then.
Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh. Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed the floor? The mark of the floor has been entered into the court record. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yeah, that might be for the best. Thank you. This poor guy never catches a break.
Poor Inspector, you look exhausted.
Oh, no, well, I'm dying, you know! I feel terrible that I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Friends! The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Yeah, we did all that.
Actually.
Did it checkmark the male Far Eastern time of death somewhere between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 p.m.? Well, we know that's
2
not
a.m.
true. Sorry, but we know that's not true because he was still alive at 1:35.
Yeah, but time of death is between 1 and 2 a.m.
Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Magnifying glass!
Oh, no, I know what that is, I think. Anyway.
Meanie.
Should we see what's out here?
9th January, SS Brya, first class, cabin passageway. Ah,
Look now, Hodo-san! Seaman Stroganov has gone.
strong enough?
The burly Russian sailor who was always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Think of food.
Tra-la-la.
Did you hear that? Sounded like someone singing.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Did the great detective way.
Oh.
Miss Kaling, I know that lark-like voice.
Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate.
Definitely. Before that stringy knot crewman comes back.
It's Stroganov, not Stringy Knot.
So we all know that. Uh-oh. The cat's out of the case! All her dresses have put up. They weren't there before.
Miss
Pavlovia isn't back yet. So Sato-san. Oh! Where's she going? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things.
There's not a moment to waste now, Hodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can.
I suppose you're right. For Kasuma's sake.
Not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long now until we arrive at a port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
Really? You believe me?
We must solve this case now, Hodo-san. By ourselves if we have to.
Yes, we will.
We will next time.
No, we won't. It'll be like 6 more episodes.
Yeah, well, it just flowed better, okay?
This has been Gally.
This has been nice.
See y'all next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.